The Tale of Two Cities is a historical novel written by Charles Dickens and published in 1859. Set in London and Paris before and during the French Revolution, the story revolves around the lives of several characters whose paths intertwine amid the tumultuous backdrop of political unrest. Here is a full summary of the book. Book 1. Recalled to life. The novel begins in 1775 with Jarvis Lorry, an employee of Tellson's Bank, traveling from London to Paris to meet with Lucy Manette. Lucy is a young woman who believes her father, Dr. Alexander Manette, has been dead for 18 years. However, Lorry reveals to her that her father is alive but has been wrongfully imprisoned in the Bastille. They travel to Paris and find Dr. Manette, who has been mentally damaged by his years in captivity. Book 2. The Golden Thread. Years later, in 1780, Charles Darnay, a French aristocrat who has renounced his noble title, is on trial in London for treason against the British Crown. He is acquitted due to the efforts of his defense lawyer, Sidney Carton, who bears a striking resemblance to Darnay. Both Carton and Darnay are in love with Lucy, who eventually marries Darnay. Book 3. The Track of a Storm. As tensions rise in France and the French Revolution approaches, Darnay travels to Paris to save a family servant who is imprisoned there. However, Darnay is arrested and charged with being an aristocrat. Despite his own trial being a mockery of justice, Darnay is sentenced to death. The story reaches its climax as Carton, who has fallen into despair and alcoholism, devises a plan to save Darnay. He drugs Darnay and switches places with him, sacrificing his own life to ensure Darnay's survival. Book 4. The Knitting Done. The French Revolution is in full swing, and the revolutionary fervor grips Paris. Lucy, her daughter, and her father are saved from harm due to their association with Carton's sacrifice. Madame Defarge, a vengeful revolutionary, seeks revenge against the aristocrats and their families, including Lucy's, for the injustices they have committed. Eventually, the revolution consumes itself, and many lives are lost. Book 5. The Woodman. Several years later, Lucy and her family have relocated to London. Dr. Manette's mental state continues to deteriorate, but his condition improves when he learns that Darnay's life has been spared. Carton's sacrifice has a profound impact on those who witnessed it, and he becomes a symbol of redemption and selflessness. The novel ends with Carton's famous last words: "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known." The Tale of Two Cities explores themes of love, sacrifice, social inequality, and the consequences of political turmoil. Dickens portrays the stark contrast between the cities of London and Paris, as well as the stark divide between the privileged aristocracy and the impoverished working class. Through its vivid characters and dramatic storytelling, the novel provides a powerful depiction of the French Revolution and the human capacity for both cruelty and compassion.